Yo, what is up guys? I decided to dedicate today's video to something very important in terms of trying to learn to become a better player, and that is how to properly manage your boost and a bunch of tips that I can give you guys to improve in that aspect of your game. There are so many different things that you can do to improve on this, and me myself as a pro player has played this game for about 11,000 hours at this point if you add my Steam hours and my PS4 hours. 11,000 hours worth of gameplay, and I can still get way better at this thing. There is no limit to how good you can get at boost management and at just conserving your boost and knowing when to use it and when not to use it. That's something that I'm still to this day working on, and it's something that I can get far better at, and so can every other pro player in this game. So yeah, no matter what rank you guys are, I'm going to give you guys every single tip that you'll need to improve on your boost management skills and just being able to conserve your boost and use it in the right times while also being a fast player. You don't want to conserve your boost and never go for the ball. You want to know how to conserve your boost, but also go for the ball at the right times and be fast and keep up with the rotation of your team. So that's a hard thing to balance, and we're going to try to go through that today. And I'll show you guys some of the more important tips, some that you guys may already know, and some that you guys may not know. But I'm going to go through all of it regardless. So let's get straight into a private match right now, and I'll show you guys what I want to talk about. All right, guys. So first off, I'm going to apologize because in the background you could probably hear my furnace, which kicks in randomly every like 40 minutes, and sometimes it happens to turn on when I am recording, and you guys hear that sometimes in the background of my videos. I have no control over that whatsoever. I really have no way around that. But yeah, my setup is in the basement, which is right next to the furnace, which unfortunately is extremely loud, and there's almost nothing I can do to get rid of that sound in the background. I've tried my best, but that's probably always going to kind of be there. It's been there for like 3 years, but if you guys are wondering what it is, I've seen comments about it. That's what it is. Just the furnace randomly kicks on. Especially in the winter here and it gets cold. But yeah, so what I want to start off with for this video is where the boost pads are on the map. So this sounds like something that's super basic, but if you really take a second to look, obviously everyone knows that there's 2 corner boosts, right? 2 mid boosts, and then 2 corner boosts again. So yeah, what I notice a lot of players do when they start playing this game is they know where all the big boosts are, the 2 corners, 2 mids, and then 2 corners again. They know where those are, obviously, and then they kind of just let the pads get picked up as they go. You know, they just get lucky. They go over the pad sometimes, get themselves some free boosts on the side. That's good, sure. You know, if you want to just go around that way, not exactly knowing when you're gonna get the little boosts. But what I would recommend is, no matter what rank you are, go into a private match like this. Just go to overhead view, zoom it out, and just take a look at the pattern here. So you can see there's rows of 3. There's multiple rows of 3. There's one there. There's one here. It's a little bit off. Another one, and another one, another one. I think there's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of 3, and then there's 1, 2, 3 rows of 2. Okay. So you want to kind of memorize that. I'd say, like, kind of have a mental image of where all that is. I'm going to show you guys the best path to take on the way back if you do go for a shot and you're trying to rotate back quick while also trying to remain in the play. There are several different situations for all of this. Obviously, like, if the ball is going a certain way, you have to react differently. It's all situational, but I'm going to show you guys a bunch of different paths here that you can get a lot of boost out of, and actually it's pretty quick. And you don't have to go out of your way to grab a corner or a mid boost, because they're already on your way back. And that's the best thing about these, is you don't have to get rid of your position for boost. Your position still remains the same, and you get a good amount of boost. So each of these little pads is 12 boost. Every single one of those is 12 boost. A lot of you guys probably already know that, but I'll show you guys right now. So each of these is 12 boost. So you take one of those. As you can see, my boost went up by 12. And the second you take one of these, 3 seconds later, it pops up again. So these have a 3-second respawn. So let's count that out real quick. 1, 2, 3. Should pop up again right now. There we go. So those have a 3-second respawn. So each of these, and then the big boost here have a 10-second respawn. So I'll go over to this big boost and I'll show you guys that. So we'll take this boost at 3:53. That means that when the clock gets to 3:43, this big boost is gonna pop up again. So that should be 2, 1, 0. Should pop up right now. There we go. So that's something that I have started to do and have been doing for about like 6-7 months now, where I would grab a boost head, grab this mid boost at 3:32. I kind of just keep a mental note that's been taken at that time, and then I'll be back in goal here. Then I know if I go for a challenge here, this boost is gonna pop back up in like 1 more second. So it's fine. I know I'm free to go for a challenge. It's gonna land me on the left side because I can grab that one. That's kind of like thinking super far ahead, and that's like kind of a really high level thing that I'm not sure how many people do, but that's something that I kind of keep a mental note of in my head. The 10-second timer, the 3-second timer, you don't really notice it as much because you're kind of just, you take that pad and it's like behind you, and before you know it, it's already back up. You don't really notice it as much, but I'd say the 10-second timer is something that you should, to some extent, keep track of. But while you're playing, you kind of have like a mental note of how long it'll take before another boost respawns, especially over time. You just have that kind of game sense. You don't really need to think about it too much. You just kind of know. All right, so we covered the timings of it. So let me just recap real quick. For the little boost, it's 12 boosts per pad and 3 seconds per respawn. For the big boost, it's 100 boosts obviously per pad, and it is 10 seconds per respawn. All right, so I decided to restart the private match with the unlimited timer. So what I was gonna talk to you guys about next was the pathing. So this is something that I find really important, and this is ignoring the big boosts. I'll show you guys some really useful ones. Getting back from offense to defense. So say you go for a shot, you land right about here. The boost pads you should take are right here. You start with that one, take these, and just flip back. And now I missed one there, but look how much boost I have. If I got this one as well, that's 84. So again, I'll show you guys. If you land in their goal, which happens quite often, you go for a 50-50 or whatever, you land right here. Say you land with no boost, right? So you start with this middle one right here. This is the most possible amount of pads you can get on the way back, and you're not really going out of the way. Like, you're not going out of your proper position to grab boost. You're going to be in the midfield still. You're going to be able to turn if the ball's coming toward you, and you'll have a decent amount of boost to do so. So going back here, your teammate's probably going to be going for this ball at this point. Just line up for this. You can boost a little bit if you want throughout this, but 84 boost and I'm back. And I can just grab 2 more, and look at me. I'm midfield, full boost, and honestly, I didn't waste too much time, like at all. And the good thing about this too is that you don't even need to get the full boost. Really, you could jump to the ceiling with about 55 boost. So all you really need to maintain pressure, take these ones, turn right here. Look how much boost I have in this position. I have just gotten 72 boost, not having to go too far out to the corner, not having to go to that corner, not having to go to that corner. I've been able to stay midfield, grab 72 boost, and now I could jump for literally any ball. I could jump for any ball that gets thrown up center. Like, that's a huge thing to have in your arsenal, regardless of your rank, regardless of where you're able to score, right? Being able to have that boost and keep pressure, that might even like open up an opportunity for you to turn right here and get a free goal because you have that boost. You have 50 boost to use now. Whereas if you have no boost in this situation, you're going back, you're not taking any of the pads. How do you turn on this with momentum and get a good shot? It's going to be a weak shot. Someone's going to save that. So learning the paths are huge. And the thing is too, that's kind of one of the harder paths to learn, and it's not even that hard. You really just take the outer triangle like that, and you just keep following it. It's not even really that hard to learn, right? But there's even easier one that's just a simple one that everyone kind of does in Grand Champ, I'd say. They wrap around here, and then they just take these the middle ones going back, because you can get full boost pretty easily. If I waste all my boost here, 1 second, I think you get about 72 boosts. I could be wrong, from just taking these middle ones on the way back. Yeah, so 72 boosts, getting the straight line ones on the way back, and that's me spending no boost at all just to get back. All you got to do is flip twice. It's really not that hard to get all those and you know, maintain a position where you can easily, throughout this entire line, you could turn and challenge the ball throughout the entirety of you grabbing that path of boost pads. So those are 2 important pads that I would say are very important to learn. So in both those situations, you're going for a shot, you land this one, you'll just go straight back, which is super easy. You'll get a bunch of pads for free, and now you're back with 72 boost. And you didn't have to go to any of the corners, any of the mid boost. That's a perfect scenario right there. Same thing, you go for a shot, whatever, I land here. Okay, I'm just gonna take these. I'll probably use some boost here to get some momentum, and then I'll just take these. And look how fast I just got back, and I have about 70 boosts to use. And you can do anything with that boost. So now I want to move on to a path that you can take on defense that's very useful. So in a situation where you're completely starved out. Alright, so in this scenario, you're playing, let's say, 2s or 3s, whatever. Your teammate challenges, the ball's rolling up the wall here. You have no boost back. They're going to have a ceiling shot or a wall shot or something. So you just take these pads in the diamond, and they'll probably be around here at this point. And now you have 72 boost to get up, deal with that. And you don't need to use much boost, guys. This is a huge thing too. So not only should you learn a couple of these paths, you don't need to take the full path as well. It all comes down to how much time you have. If you know you have a good like 8 seconds to use, sure, go for the wider pads. Take more time getting full boost. Sure. If you only have like 3 seconds to use here to grab some pads and you have no boost, I'd say just grab these, and you have 36 boost to deal with pretty much anything. And look how high I can get with 36 boost. I can save anything within the crossbar. If this ball is on target, I could save it with literally no boost. So if it's a ball that it's unnecessary to use boost for, don't use it. If you're in a situation where your team is getting out pressured super hard, literally just don't use your boost, get a touch to the corner, and then if you need to jump over here for a save that you need to use your boost for, that's fine. Grab the big boost then and move on from then. So like, you really gotta think situationally, right? You shouldn't be using your boost for no reason. If a ball is getting launched really high off the backboard there, okay, I'm not gonna jump all the way up here and use like 60 of my boost for a ball that I can just wait on and see if they have a bad shot. Because there's a chance that a lot of the time they'll bang a ball off the backboard. This ball is probably gonna end up around here. They have to bang a shot from here and you're in goal and you're sitting there with a nice 100 boost because you picked up your pads. Why are you gonna waste your boost to jump up for that when you could just wait for their bad shot and clear it on home? You'll clear back to their side and they're gonna have a tougher ball to deal with. So it's really down to like just knowing when to use your boost and not using too much when you have the chance to. So like I said, if a ball's coming at you, only jump a little bit. Look at that. I used 18 boost to get about halfway up the map. Literally halfway up the map, I used 18 boost. So you don't need much, guys. And don't use any more than you need. So as soon as you make that touch, stop boosting at that point. Unless, the only situation where you wouldn't do that is you make the touch and you have enough boost to follow, have momentum, take the next boost, and keep going. That's the only time you probably shouldn't do that. But if you're getting constantly pressured and you know your teammate's about to follow up your touch, there is no point of you following your own touch and wasting all of your boost, and that boost might not even be there, right? So it's really just knowing when to use your boost and being smart about when to go out for pads as well. If you have 29 boosts, you really shouldn't be risking out going for pads too much, but you can go for 3 of them just to secure that you have enough boost to save whatever comes your way. And again, you save a lot more boost if you go on the backboard. You don't have to use any boost to get this high. You're already up here. You literally just flip it away, save all your boost. That boost doesn't even need to be there. You still have 65 to work with. So it really comes down to just knowing when to use your boost and using it wisely when you have an opportunity to touch the ball. Don't overuse, don't underuse. Use just the right amount. And that just comes with a lot of play time, honestly. Also, a very important thing, guys. I see a lot of people doing this, even in Grand Champ. Once you reach Supersonic, there is no reason to boost at all. You will maintain this speed for as long as you go forward. This map can go on forever and ever. I will always maintain top speed. I'll always maintain that speed right there. It doesn't matter what happens to my car. It doesn't matter if someone's in my way. I'm going to demo straight through them. I'm going to maintain full speed. Okay? That's something you need to learn for sure. Because as soon as you reach that full speed, why are you going to boost and waste your boost? It doesn't gain me anything. It gets you a little bit faster. It does. It is slightly faster if you boost with this. The only reason why I would boost while already being supersonic is if the ball is rolling like this and I'm chasing someone to the ball, because I'd probably beat them slightly. It is slightly faster. I don't know how much faster, but it is slightly faster to boost while being supersonic. But it's not worth it at all. If you're already supersonic, that's all you need. Get there, and then when you're turning, boost a bit. That way you maintain it, because look what happens. I'll show you guys. If you reach supersonic, you're supersonic until you turn. As soon as you turn, I'll lose it. So how to counteract that is when you're turning, just boost a bit, and you can maintain supersonic. That's all you gotta do. So just boost until you get those purple lines, and then stop. As soon as you see that, you don't have to boost anymore. And you'll see someone like Justin do this a lot. As soon as he is in supersonic, he's trying to maintain that. He's pretty much trying to maintain that speed at all times. He'll flip to keep his speed. You won't use any boost. He'll maintain his boost. That way he can go for, you know, some sort of crazy mechanical play, because he has that full boost to go for that. So that's why you see players, you know, like Justin, go for those mechanical plays so often, because they have the boost to go for them. If you don't have any boost, how are you to go for a flip reset halfway up the map? How are you to go for a double touch or stuff like that? Like, you really can't unless you have the boost for it and you know how to use your boost properly. So these are things that you have to definitely practice, but it's such a simple thing to learn. Like being able to recognize, okay, I'm full speed, I shouldn't boost anymore. Very simple thing to learn, and that's gonna get you a long way. Like that is a tip that a lot of people don't know, even in the higher ranks, which is kind of sad. Like I see people wasting so much boost, and these are things that will take you from whatever rank you are, and literally it'll boost your rank. Like this alone will boost your rank if you learn everything that I brought up in this video with boost pads. Honestly, the reason why I'm making this video is because I've seen a lot of comments on it, but I see it a lot playing solo queue, that people just don't know how to use their boost properly, and how to like save it and when not to use it. So if you're good enough to the point where you can recognize, okay, I'm full speed here, and on top of that you know where all the pads are, you can have no boost. Like you can have no boost all the way back on this end here. You flip just to get full speed here, and then you could literally be full speed while at the same time grabbing all these pads and moving at full speed here, but you're also picking up all the boost. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm picking up every single boost pad that I could possibly get, but I'm also moving at the fastest possible speed. So I'm not going to be slowing down my team looking around for boost. You want to have a good in-between mixture of both of those things. So that's pretty much most of what I wanted to talk about. I went over you know, the small pad respawn, the big pad respawn, how much each boost contains, the pads on defense that you want to take when you have time. Obviously it's mainly just this big diamond in front of pads here, that one, and then the little triangle. Those are the main ones you want to learn. So it's mainly just that on defense, which I went over, and then the pads on the way back, which is just a straight line, and then the kind of triangle that goes out and then back in. So those are just the paths that you guys should learn. These are just like 5 little mini tips that are gonna help you guys so much, and the cherry on top is just this this final one, which a lot of you guys probably do know, but the people who don't know, this is gonna change your game a lot, trust me. Only time you should be boosting is when you're turning, if you're full speed. If you're straight, you'll never lose your speed. That's something you just gotta remember. You'll never lose speed. I'm only holding R2. As long as you hold your drive button, you'll never lose speed. That's a huge thing that everybody should know. Everybody should definitely have an idea of. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to go over for today. Outside of that, it just comes down to you know, to your own gameplay and learning when to use your boost, when not to use your boost. What? Excuse me? What the? That, okay. That is not what I saw at all. I'm gonna leave that in the video. But yeah, guys, it comes down to when not to use a boost, when to use your boost, and just when to use it efficiently, pretty much. You just gotta learn to use it as efficiently as possible. But yeah, I've pretty much given you guys all the tips I wanted to give you, and I hope this this video is beneficial for you. I hope you guys can take a lot out of it. And like I said, just go into a replay if you want to. Go into a private match like I was at the beginning. Just zoom out nice and wide, and learn the patterns, man. Learn the patterns. It's pretty easy to learn. It'll take you probably 20-30 minutes just to get an idea of where everything is, but they're very clustered around the midfield here. You don't really see many outside of midfield. There's just one there, one there, one there, and one there. There's not really much else outside midfield, so just focus on the midfield ones. I'd say those are the most important. You shouldn't really be like too much around the corners unless you're rotating around for the corner boost. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's all I wanted to go over for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have yourself a wonderful day or night, whatever time zone you're right now watching this. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. I love y'all. Peace.